Ba-bam! Welcome back to the channel. Today, even, that's easy for you to say. Today I'm going to talk about Sean Nalewanji, I think I've got the pronunciation right, sorry Sean. He's got a great channel and I've watched quite a few of his videos and I've got to say I'm very impressed by them. He's got a lot of knowledge and there's no bull, there's no BS. It's really good, down to earth. He tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, which to me is a sign of a good channel. But what I'm here to review today is that he puts a link in the description box below. Hang on, let me just put my teeth in correctly. Okay, that's much better. Right, so, and he gives a link to a free workout and nutrition plan. So what you do, you just click the link and go to the website. And it takes you to the website here. It's got a nice picture of him when he was at his leanest. Okay, and then just puts in, I think I'm male, I think I am. Age. See, when you get older, you got to scroll a lot more. 54. I'm going to put my height in centimeters and kilograms. I like to work in metric. Centimeters, I am not very tall, 173. And my weight is 81 kilograms. Okay, and then he says sedentary, lightly active. Okay, so I'm going to put moderately active here. Moderate exercise 3 to 5 times a week. Just be aware when you're filling this out is that it's not just about exercise, it's also about how active your job is. So if you got moderate exercise 3 times a week, but your job is, say, working on a building site, or you're very active a lot, then you would probably click that. I think my body fat's around about, I mean, trouble is you use these body fat monitors, they're not very accurate, but I think I'm around about 15%. So which of the following best describes your current situation? I'm in decent shape, but still need to drop about 5 to 10 pounds. That'll do, yeah. And I want to be aesthetic, okay. I have at least 1 year's consistent proper lifting under my belt, yes. Where do you currently train? It was at home, but now the lockdown's over and the gyms are back open. I'm back in the gym again. Now, what is the number one thing that you feel is preventing you from making progress? Laziness? No. Okay, I'm going to put, it's a difficult one really. How about work-life balance? Trouble is when you're trying to hold down a job as well. And what you do then, you just put in your name and email, and then in a couple of days, you'll get an email with the program attached. First, you'll get a confirmation email, and then a day or two later, you'll get the program in PDF format. So sure enough, a few days later, I received the workout plan and the nutrition plan. So let's have a look what he's going to do in this and see if I can find anything that's wrong with it. Okay, so he's gone on to say that since you've already completed your consistent training, the best way to progress would be an upper-lower split of 3 to 4 days per week. Agree with that, definitely. There are 2 different workouts you'd be performing. Start by simply alternating back and forth within 3 non-consecutive days of the week. Okay, so that makes sense. If you're doing them 3 times a week, you can do upper, lower, upper. Then the following week you do lower, upper, lower. That makes a lot of sense. So in 2 weeks you've evened it out, and then you keep repeating. And again, if you find you're making progress, he says put it up to 4 days a week, and you should aim to do 2 to 3 cardio sessions a week. These can be done any time as long as this isn't done immediately prior to weight training. And I totally agree with that, because let's have a look. In a short duration, medium, more acceptable forms of cardio. And the reason he says don't do them prior to weight training, because you don't want to really tire yourself up for the workout program. So it's always best to do your cardio on a separate day or just after your weight training workout. So I agree with him there. So all in all, pretty good. All sets should be formed approximately 1 to 2 reps of muscular failure. I agree with that. I tend to go kind of to failure, But that's my that's my way of training. I like to go to failure. But 1 or 2 reps short of muscular failure, that's fine. I think what he's trying to say is, especially, you do find that people who are ego lifting, and you see, if you put 100% all out effort, that you would only be able to keep 1 or 2 reps in proper form. I think the reason for that is a lot of people, if they go all out, their form suffers. And I think that, this is what he's trying to say about go 1 to 2 reps short of muscular failure so your form doesn't suffer. And you could end up doing giving yourself an injury. Okay, let's just have a look. Let's have a look. Prior to each workout, brief warm-up, brilliant, really, really good. So he's got a couple of warm-ups, scapular wall side, shoulder dislocations, and I think further down he gives you demonstrations of these. You want external and internal rotation of the shoulders, brilliant, okay. Iron cross, lower body. So you've got a warm-up for the 2 of them, upper body and lower body. Upper body here, lower body here for the warm-up. So that's your upper body workout, that's your lower body workout. Then prior to each major compound lift, perform a quick warm-up where you pyramid up with 3 sets. Okay, brilliant. So far, this is looking really good. For a free program, this is really good. So let's have a look. So upper day, he's got overhand pull-up. So pull-up, incline dumbbell press. I mean, there's nothing wrong with 5 to 7 reps at all. He's got 8 to 10 somewhere there. I like to go a little bit higher personally, up to 10, 12 reps, but it doesn't make a lot of difference really. I think it's maybe 5 to 7 is maybe that's all people can do. Flat dumbbell fly. So he's got all the major muscle groups included in here. So you've got your back here, upper chest. You got your back, and again your back here. Overhead barbell press shoulders, chest again, biceps, triceps, barbell shrug for your traps. Barbell squat, that's obviously all legs now. Romanian barbell lift, walking dumbbell lunge, dumbbell leg curl, single leg dumbbell calf raise. So he's got all your legs covered here, and he's got your abdominal, so weighted crunch and lying leg raises here. So he's put the abs in with a leg day. And I have to say, this is all pretty good. I mean, for a free program, and then he goes on, he shows the pictures of the warm-up exercises. And also what I found was good was that if you click on the links on the exercise, sure, I'll get it back now. If you click on this, it goes over to his channel and it gives you a demonstration of it. There you go. So I thought that was pretty neat. So then we go over to the nutrition plan. So from the information I'd given him, he said I should be on 2,100 calories a day. So he's saying probably my maintenance calories would be around, from what information I've given him, is about 2,400, 2,300, 2,400. And he's saying just to get the weight, off, he recommends 2,100 calories. So doing the fat loss phase, you should typically be losing somewhere in the range of 1 to 2 pounds a week. 1 is probably better, really good. Yeah, I agree with that. And again, he's put accurately as possible to individual body stats, activity levels and goals. Do keep in mind that calorie calculations should be treated as estimations as a start. So there he goes on to say, I was just going to say that. So if you find your weight is remaining stagnant, you want to decrease your daily intake by 150. But on the other hand, if you're losing weight too fast, if it's normal to experience a quick drop, you should do the opposite and increase your calories. So that's good advice. So if you're losing weight too fast, you could be losing muscle. So you don't want to be doing that. So if you find that you're dropping more than 1 to 2 pounds a week, then up your calories by about 150. Your protein intake should be 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight daily. It's not excessive, that's good. I go in kilograms, I probably have a little bit less than I have around about 1.5 to 1.6 grams per kilogram. And with this carbs and fat, he just said there's no magical macronutrient breakdown as long as you stick within your calories. Just be sure to get your fats, and obviously, you know, again, there's no precise quantity. Everybody said 2 litres, but 2 litre, the actual, with 2 litres of water, is actually 2 litres of fluid a day. But it depends how hot it is outside, how much you sweated that day. And again, he seems to, you know, keep your urine on the sort of clearer side, not completely clear, just a little bit yellowy, and that should be fine. If your urine's like really dark or orange even, you better get a drink down you fast. Meal timing, he's got you should consume at least 2 to 3, ideally 3 separate protein feedings a day containing at least 25 grams of high quality protein. But he's saying you can space your meals out however you want. So he said you can have it all in one if you want, but ideally I would say to spread it out over 4 meals if you want to. But if you want to do it over 3, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter when you do it. And again, he's saying the bulk of your diet should be around nutrient-rich foods and minimally processed whole foods. This will provide you with fibre and micronutrients, and micronutrients are important for maximum health. So, and then he goes on to list all your foods here that you should be eating. There's your protein, your carbs, and your fats. I mean, I actually eat a plant-based diet, so none of this is any good for me. So if this ever does go back to him, how about doing one for people who eat plant-based diets? That'd be nice. But hey, it's a free program. I'm not going to argue. It's a free nutrition plan. And he's got a list of low-calorie sauces, condiments, etc., etc. And he's given you a sample here of what a day looks like. 2 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, slice of grain toast for breakfast. You've got your meal plan 2. There we go, meal plan 3, meal plan 4, meal plan 5. So that's what a typical day would look like if you're having it over 5 meals. It's a good idea. It gives people who are not used to this an idea of what they should be eating. And it's coming in just 1 calorie under 2,100. Okay, and the last one it gives you is a recommended supplement plan. Now, it even says on here that supplements are not a mandatory aspect of effective fitness, which I agree with. If your diet is excellent, there's really no need for any supplements. But they are good to take. For instance, creatine has been tried, tested, and proven from that it works. Protein powder. And again, you can get as much protein as you want from food. If you can get your recommended one, he recommends 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you can get that from food, all fine. If you can't, that's when a protein powder can come in handy. And the supplements that he's recommending are all pretty. There's none of this nonsense about BCAAs and all this other crap or testosterone boosting things. They're all decent supplements that I would probably take most of them. Bar the workout blend, probably I wouldn't take that. But let's have a look into the ingredients of these and see how good they are. So the first thing is Athlete Multivitamin. So I've got it here. I just bought it up. It's $24. I'm not sure what that is in pounds. So they're reasonably expensive, but when you take a look at the amounts in there, and what he says is you don't really need like a lot of these cheap supplements, vitamins. They'll have vitamin A, E, and C in them, but they're very easily and readily available if you're eating a good diet. But things like vitamin D, especially if unless you're out in the sun every day living in a hot country, then you need to take vitamin D regularly and above 1,000 international units. And look at this, 1,500. So that's fantastic, a really good amount. And if you look at the daily allowance here, they're very high in content. So yeah, I mean, they are good for multivitamins. So I can't argue with that. What's the next one? So the next one is the fish oils. And serving size is 2 soft gels, and the servings per container is 60. So that's pretty good, 60 servings. Now this is interesting. If you look here, now when you buy cheap cod liver oil or fish oils, they're normally massively underdosed. So your EPA and DHA should always be above 500 milligrams combined. Look at this. This is over 1,000, 1,100 plus. So with regards to EPA and DHA, you're getting a very good amount here. So these are really good fish oils. Another thing I want to point out is this is re-esterified triglyceride, which is better than the ethyl ester fish oil form. The reason being is it absorbs it better, and it's easier on the gut, the gastrointestinal side of it. So it's a very good form of fish oil, especially with the DHA and EPA. So $29, yeah, again, reasonably expensive, but again, a very good quality supplement. So far, I'm quite impressed with these supplements. So next, let's have a look at the pre-workout blend. Now, one thing about pre-workout supplements, there's loads out there which are well underdosed and won't do anything for you. So let's just have a look at this. So you got caffeine anhydrous, I think that's pronounced, 200 milligram. So caffeine anhydrous is just dehydrated caffeine, which is easier to put into ingredients like this. And that's 200 milligrams. So that's a decent dose there. That's good. It's not too much, not underdosed either, which is great. Then you got l-theanine, I believe that's pronounced. Sorry if my pronunciation is off. Now, again, that's not underdosed, 200 milligrams. And what this is an amino acid found in sort of green tea and normal tea as well in lower doses. Now, this actually it's a calming effect. Now, you're wondering why they put these two together. That stimulates and that calms. Well, what they found in studies is that if you put l-theanine with caffeine, is you still get the effects of the caffeine, but this helps to alleviate the crash you get after having caffeine. So when you have a lot of caffeine, afterwards you feel a little bit shaky and jittery, and you try to get mental fatigue. Well, this taking this with it will offset that, and that's why it's in a pre-workout supplement. Then you've got tyrosine. This is found in loads of foods, bananas, avocados, nuts, things like that. But obviously in smaller doses. This is dosed at 3 grams. That's about right. You can go a little bit higher, but he's probably not gone higher than this, because if you go a little bit higher, it can cause gastrointestinal upset. So what tyrosine does, it sort of increases the levels of neurotransmitters, dopamine, adrenaline, and norepinephrine, I think it is. So yeah, so again, it's good to have in it. It sort of gets rid of that brain fog, stimulates your mind. So these are all good. So let's move on to L-citrulline malate. So L-citrulline malate is just L-citrulline with malic acid, which is supposed to be better when you combine the two. And this can be found in fruits like apples, things like that. And the dosage for this is recommended between 3 and 5, so we've got 6 grams in here. So again, nothing's underdosed on here, all very good. And I think the stevia leaf extract is to give you a bit of sweetness to the product, so it doesn't taste rank, a natural sweetener. But all this is really good. And this year, again, it basically, it's said to sort of increase blood flow, increase endurance, and improve cognition. So all these taken together, this is a really good pre-workout. So if you want a pre-workout, I recommend you buy this one. Personally, I don't feel like I need to take a pre-workout. I'm happy with a couple of pieces of dark chocolate and a strong cup of coffee before, 45 minutes before I work out, half an hour before I work out. And that seems to do me, and I'm fine with that. But if you feel that you're having an off day and really tired, then these can help. So all in all, for a free program, it's a good solid workout program. You can't really go wrong with it. He does say in there about using progressive resistance, and he really pushes that in his other videos. The nutrition plan is fine for the majority of people. Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that at all. like I said, I am plant-based, so I couldn't really follow it because it's got a lot of animal products in there. But that's by the by. It's still a decent, solid nutrition program. And the supplements he's recommending, although you know, and he says himself, you don't really need supplements, and it's a good way of him for him to try and earn his money and make his money with his business and his supplement range. And why not? You know, he's not trying to push on you some crap supplements. They are very good supplements, really good quality supplements. You can't really go wrong with them. And if I wasn't eating plant-based, I would definitely buy them. Okay, the fish oils are really good. Pre-workout's excellent. The vitamins are very good. So all in all, and obviously protein and creatine, you know, whatever. But the supplement range is excellent. I got to say, I'm really impressed with that. For a free program as well, brilliant. Hats off to him. Really good. Okay, so that's my take on Sean's free workout nutrition plan. Really, really good. His supplement range is excellent. Okay, no underdose in there. Really, really good and good ingredients. Okay, if you liked the video, go on, give it a thumbs up. Ba-doing! Okay, and come on, subscribe. Why not? You've got nothing to lose. Well, I mean, don't be selfish. Hit that subscribe button. Come on, you'll be doing me a favour. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.